John Eliot's Retraction and Apology for the Christian Commonwealth. Order of the General Court of the Massachusetts Bay Colony, 22nd May, 1661. This court taking notice of a book entitled The Christian Commonwealth, written, as is expressed in the said book, by Mr. John Eliot of Roxbury in New England, which in sundry passages and expressions thereof is justly offensive, etc., and in special relating to kingly government in England, the which the said Mr. Eliot hath also freely and fully acknowledged to this court, it is therefore ordered by this court, and the authority thereof, that the said book be totally suppressed, and the author's acknowledgment recorded, and that all persons whatsoever in this jurisdiction that have any of the said books in their custody shall, on their perils, within 14 days after publication hereof, either cancel and deface the same, or deliver them unto the next magistrate, or to the secretary, whereby all further divulgement and improvement of the said offensive book may be prevented. And it is further ordered that Mr. Eliot's acknowledgment, and the court's order for the calling in of those books, be forthwith transcribed by the secretary, and caused to be posted up in Boston, Charlestown, Cambridge, Salem, and Ipswich, that so all persons concerned therein may take notice of their duties, and act accordingly, all which was done accordingly. Mr. Eliot's acknowledgments, word for words. Boston, this 24th of the 3rd month, 1661. Understanding by an act of the honored council that there is an offense taken at a book published in England by others, the copy whereof was sent over by myself about 9 or 10 years since, and that the further consideration thereof is commended to this honored general court now sitting at Boston. Upon perusal therefore I do judge myself to have offended, and in way of satisfaction, not only to the authority of this jurisdiction, but also unto any others that shall take notice thereof, I do hereby acknowledge to this honored court such expressions as do too manifestly scandalize the government of England by kings, lords, and commons, as anti-Christian, and justify the late innovators. I do sincerely bear testimony against and acknowledge it to be not only an lawful but an eminent form of government. 2. All forms of civil government deduced from Scripture, either expressly or by just consequence, I acknowledge to be of God, and to be subjected unto for conscience' sake, and whatsoever is in the whole epistle or book inconsisting herewith, I do at once for all cordially disown. John Eliot. From Records of the Governor and Company of the Massachusetts Bay in New England, Volume 4, Part 2, 1661 to 1674. End of The Christian Commonwealth.